All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, this is a live stream right now. Thank you so much for joining us, those who are with us right now and those who are listening later on. I am so excited about this collaboration with She Said Yes to Herself, the anthology. Man, we got some shining stars on here today, and I can't wait to hear more from them today. Hey, Chanelle, we got to go straight to you because we got to invite and we got to bring up the visionary of this wonderful, wonderful network of women all across the globe. Man, let's give her a round of applause. Yes, 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 yes.
Yay!
Chanelle Wesley, thank you so much for your vision, for your collaboration, for your calls, emails, and just saying, hey, we're going to do this and get this done. How are you doing today, Sister Wesley? God bless you.
Dr. Kevin Vaughan, I'm excited to be here. Day
Yes.
3. I have been loving spending this time with you.
Yes.
It has been amazing as always. And again, before we even get started, Dr. Kevin Vaughan, thank you so much for sharing your platform with the She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically Anthology. You are truly a visionary in your own right, and we just truly salute you. You are amazing. We love you. So thank you again.
Oh, thank you so much, Chanelle. We love you guys so much. And I tell you, man, the internet is for everybody. Everybody good. That is everybody good. That is. So we're excited about that. Hey guys, I want to get started here because we don't have a lot of time with you today. We got at least $1 billion on the network right now. At least $1 billion worth of people right here. So we're just excited about that, and we can't wait. So we want you guys to pay attention, and we're getting ready to release this wonderful time to Chanelle Coleman Wesley, the visionary for She Said Yes to Herself, the anthology. Y'all pay attention, man. I tell you, I'm about to cry. If I cry, that's okay. I ain't got no shame in that one, man, because this is a great event and a great time with these wonderful women. So thank you so much. Chanelle, it's all yours. Thank you so much now.
Thank you again, Dr. Kevin Vaughan. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it because we have so many heavy hitters on the line today. So we're just going to go ahead and start with our introductions. I'm going to start first with Kimberly Lechnick. Kimberly, I don't know if they know you, but you are not new to these She Said Yes streets. You really brought down the house in the first summit. So Kimberly, take a moment to just introduce yourself, your business, your brand to the viewers today.
Thank you so much, Chanelle. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Kimberly Lechnick. I am a relationship coach, really passionate about supporting those in life and in business. Why? Not because there haven't been a few bumps and bruises along the way. It's because of those bumps and bruises. Because just to tell you something very short, I was created to be very self-reliant, and that self-reliance at the time didn't serve me. It certainly serves me now. On the other side of that, I am an executive producer and show host for Faith Rising, Feel the Fire, where I am highlighting social entrepreneurs, those that have 501c3s or nonprofits. Why? All in an effort to heal humanity. I am the igniter. Thanks so much, Chanelle.
I mean, you see, we're starting off, we're coming out hitting, we're swinging really hard. Next is Ronnie Cyrus Jackson. This woman is phenomenal. I'm so excited that she's on this platform. She too coaches with the coach, the guru, Miss Lachelle Atkins. So Ronnie, please go ahead and introduce yourself to the viewers.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're tuning into. I am Ronnie Cyrus Jackson. I am the founder of Authentic Transformations, LLC, where I actually do professional development training for corporations. On the other side of that, I am a certified mental health life coach, where I help individuals get themselves right within. Like Lauryn Hill says, if you can't win if you ain't right within. And so I am so glad to have been invited to this platform. Thank you, Chanelle, for the opportunity.
Now, you know you can't go wrong with talking about some Lauryn Hill because you can't win if you ain't right within. I don't know if you know that yet, but you're about to find out. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Miss Michelle Gillespie, please go ahead. The mic is hot. It is your turn. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the viewers.
Hi, everyone. Michelle Gillespie. I'm here in the suburbs right outside of Chicago. I am a nurse. I'm a realtor. I am an author. I am a mom. I own my own business, Legacy Worthy. And I find myself always helping people since a young age, trying to help people through their struggles from just the wisdom that I've gained from helping other people and just everyone. I don't know. I feel like people just kind of yearn and cling to me. And I'm like, okay, am I supposed to help them, God? How can I help them? So just helping people find their voice, find their yes, just through any struggle and just being here and being a supportive and just being that motivational coach that I can be. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm just come through, sis. Come through. Miss Anita Newsom. Now, if you guys don't know her, she is the biz coach. Again, another person on our first summit, power pack. People were like, the biz coach, the biz coach, the biz coach. Ladies and gentlemen, here she is. Please go ahead and give yourself just a whiff of what's going on with that resume, Miss Anita.
What's going on, ladies? It is so awesome to be here with you all. Oh my God. And hello to everyone that's tuning in as well. I am so excited to be a part of this project. So y'all see, I'm already ready to talk about it. But anyway, I am Anita Newsom, better known on social media as Anita and the Biz Coach. And I help women, business owners, nonprofits, for-profit to renew, to revise and redo so they can relaunch, okay? Whether that's their personal lives or their professional lives, right? I help them to find grant funding and other funding opportunities and strategies. So I am here today to share all of that and more with you all. And I am excited. Yes.
Come on. That's what I'm talking about because I'm excited too. Don't get me fired up, Anita, before it's time. Let me pace myself. Don't let me start getting amped up right now. I'm trying to keep my composure.
Come
now,
on,
this
girl,
young
you already
lady
know.
I'm getting ready to talk about right now. In case you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, when you think about the She Said Yes platform, that platform would not have been to the degree and possible to the level that it's been without this next guest. She is definitely my sister from another mister. We share the same name. The woman is she is a powerhouse in her own right. She is the publisher. She's the owner, the CEO, and founder of Pay Pro V Publishing. She will take your story from a thought to a realization. She is better than a triple decker peanut butter jelly sandwich and all that, then some in a bag of chips. And I'm gonna just say she is the publisher of the She Said Yes to Herself anthology. LaQuita, go off your mic and tell us who you are, ma'am, because we are here for all of it.
That is hilarious. I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen, I don't even need to say anything else because you've done it. Drop the mic and leave the stage, honey. Yeah. But I am LaQuita Parks, and I am the CEO and founder of Pay Pro V Publishing. And Pay Pro V is pain, progress, victory, because I believe without pain, there is no progress. And without progress, there can be no victory. I help people take their stories from a thought to a realization because anybody who knows me knows that I am all about the story. Yeah. I'm all about the story because 100% of everybody living and dead has a story. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Come on, now see, when you starting off like that, I'm gonna have to get right into these questions real deep. Like, I'm just saying, let's come on in this group. Let me say this. I am again so enamored. Dr. Kevin Vaughan, did you have something you want to say before I get ready to start ripping off these questions?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked, because I was going to let the network, everybody on the planet that's listening right now, later on, pay attention. Back to you.
I love it. In case you missed it, we are talking about the She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically anthology. So ladies, here comes my first question. My first question is this: what was the event or moment that was the catalyst that pushed you to redefine yourself? I don't want to pin that one. Nope, I don't even want to do that one first. Take that back. Retract that one. Let's start with this one. What was one limiting belief that you had to overcome? Let's first start there, because everybody's story has a start. So what was one limiting belief or mindset that you personally had that you had to overcome to get where you are right now at this space? I think it's important for viewers to be able to make that connection. I'm going to start with Kimberly because she is the igniter. Kimberly, go ahead and let us know, what was that one thing that you had to overcome to really get to the space to where you are right now?
Thanks so much for that question, Chanelle. You know, to be quite honest with you, it started such a long time ago, but it starts with the self-worth. It starts with understanding that you are enough. I had to overcome that. It is a journey. It is a journey. But when you take your power back, there's no turning back around. It is a series of testimonies that will get you there. So it is all about the self-worth.
You see how she came out swinging. Let's see, Ronnie, what was that one thing that you said, you know, once this clicked for me and I realized that this thing, and I look back on that, the life just wasn't different. It was nowhere the same. So what was that? What was that one thing, that one hurdle that you had to get over?
Yeah, great question, Chanelle. For me, it was many things, but what I can say was paramount is growing up in foster care, having been abandoned from my natural family. I never knew a biological family, never knew a biological mom, dad, sisters, brothers, though they existed. And so though I belonged everywhere, yet to nobody. I had foster homes, yet I was homeless. See what I'm saying? So just that paradox of, am I wanted? So for me, that was foundational to all of my, and I didn't say yes to myself until in my 20s. So I'll pin it right there and I yield my mic.
She coming in hot. Let's go. Anita, love, what was that thing that you said, you know what, if I can overcome this thing right here, everything else, you know, gonna look like a cakewalk. What was that one thing, that one stumbling block, that one limiting belief that you had to really get over, you know, to be able to unlock where you are right now?
Well, I tell you, Chanelle, since the age of 3, I have had surgery after surgery after surgery on my vocal cords. So I had to find my voice. I felt like I was overlooked. You know, no one heard me, you know, literally. And then I was overlooked and ignored is what I felt like, you know. So I was constantly trying to prove myself to people. I had to, okay, you tell me I can't do it, I'm gonna show you I can do it. But just finding my identity of who I truly am in God, and knowing created in his image and his likeness. So therefore I don't have to prove myself to anybody. All right. So self-love, self-care. Look, I have just delved into that, and I am so thankful that now I don't have to prove myself to anybody because I know who I am in Christ Jesus. And can't nobody stop me, and no devil in hell and no imp on earth gonna stop this train. Let me just tell you, all right?
Y'all trying to make me shoot this phone early. Well, come through, sis. I'm not even mad at it. Michelle, love, what was that one thing that you said, okay, once I get past this mindset, it was just smooth sailing at that moment. What was that one hurdle, that thing that you had to get over, that you had to unlock to get to where you are right now at this moment?
So I was pregnant at 16. So my first son, I was 16 years old, and my father, you know, the lies that were spoken over me that I would never amount to anything because I had a child so young, because it felt like I was worried about the wrong things at that age. And, you know, I think at that time I made it my mission to prove him wrong, and went out and proved him wrong. And then I got over that and said, hey, let me help other people, you know, that don't believe that they can do anything because they had a child young, or because they have kids now at the age they are and haven't started a career. So yeah, just, you know, not believing the lies that are spoken of you, because that's just what it is.
Through, sis. I'm telling you, y'all leaving no stone unturned. Laquita, I already know. Let's take off, just come on off the mute and let's get ready to hear this. What was that one thing, that one limiting belief that you had, that once you really were able to overcome that really just unlocked everything for you?
that one thing, and I'm like Ronnie, there were many, but the one thing in particular was, or the two things in particular was being told that I should not be here because of where I came from and being defined by other people's opinion of me. My walking limitations were enough. And that was enough for me to put my own self in a headspace. But to have that on top of other people's opinion of who I am, that was the one thing that I had to change, because how you feel about me is not my business.
Come on now.
That's not my business. I can't do anything about that. However you feel, it's not my business. And how I feel about you is not your business either. That's something I have to deal with. And when you give stock into that and you get in your own headspace and you couple that with other people, see, I know people, we're going to get started up in here. So two things about me. If somebody say, God told me to tell you, number one, and if I was you, I would. So
come on now.
All of that, if I was you, I was, were you not? Because just like my friend Trivia said, sometimes I can't walk in my own shoes. So if you're trying to walk in my own shoes hurt my feet. So if you're trying to walk in my shoes, you're not going to be able to handle it. So when I started accepting that I deserve to be here, wherever here is, whatever space is. I used to work for a company and they used to say, oh, the CEO is coming. The CEO is coming. And I used to sit back and say, I'm the CEO. I don't have all the zeros behind my dollar signs, but I'm the CEO of my company, a company that I created. So don't worry about that. So I can stand up in a room with anybody. It doesn't matter who they are, because they need to watch who I am, because I'm a child of God. And that stops right there. Enough said.
Girl, mic drop. Let me just start doing this when y'all start going off the chain. Let me just start doing that. Ladies, that really sets up our next question, which is this. This is this powerful question, just powerful. I want to know, what was the one event or moment that really provided the catalyst that pushed you into redefining yourself? You talked about what you had to overcome, but what was that one thing that really provided that inspirational moment? Now, if you watch movies like I do, then you watch Tina Turner and What's Love Got to Do when Angela Bassett was in the, she's in the limo with Ike, and she's been doing all this stuff and she's been going through all the changes and she was doing all the things and she was trying to do everything. But it was just one moment when she got sick and tired. And, the whole time you were wanting her to do something, but in that moment, it was just like, it's on. And she started fighting and everybody in the theater is clapping and with cheering like, yes, Tina, like, do it. And then, she's getting ready to, cover up the bruises, but she's like, no, I'm not going to cover it up. I'm running outside of the hotel. I'm running dodging through the street, trying to get to the other side. What was your defining moment? What really provided that aha moment that you said, okay, it stops here. I have to do this thing now. Laquita, I'm gonna start with you.
That was the $1 million scene right there. Okay.
Yes.
My favorite. My favorite. One day we're gonna have to sing all the songs because I know all the words.
I'm ready.
The defining moment for me was in the midst of the pandemic. Pandemic had not hit. It was February 2020 when I was at the Mayo Clinic. After 4 months at the Mayo Clinic, the doctor looked at me and said, while you're not dying, you are suffering. And that statement, I went into my head and I did not know I didn't even hear the rest of the diagnosis, but all I knew is that that's not my life. That cannot be my life. So after processing that, then I got busy, because if I am going to suffer, then I'm going to help everybody I can along the way and help them to know that they don't have to suffer. And listen, you can suffer and look good doing it. Okay.
Come on now. Come through. Come through. I'm not mad. Same question, Anita. What was that defining moment? What was your moment that you said, you know what? I can't do this. We're going to have to do something different. What was that for you?
I'm going to tell you, there have been many. Let me just start there. But to ask that question, the first one that came to my mind is around the same time as Laquita, COVID-19. I had first time I had COVID, because I've had it a couple of times, I was hospitalized. And when I got out, My job pretty much didn't care. They wanted me back as soon as possible and all these different things. And I was like, look, I am not risking my life because I know what y'all doing around there. Y'all ain't trying to be safe. Y'all ain't wearing no mask. Y'all ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not to go back to a place where I'm not appreciated. I already knew my gift wasn't appreciated there already. And I actually worked with foster parents, and I trained and recruited, foster parents and helped, in that vein of creating forever families. But the agency I worked for did not appreciate the hard work that we did and and just risking our own lives on a daily basis to make these things come to pass, right? So I just woke up one day, I told my family, because me and my sons, my 4 adult sons, we have family meetings every week. And I just told them one day at one of them, I said, look, I'm gonna quit my job. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I don't have a plan, but I knew who to trust in, and I trusted my God.
Yes.
My needs. So I didn't have a worry in the world. I was like, I can't even explain the peace that I have. And when I finally decided, you know what, I am not clocking in anymore. I'm not doing it. So I have just been trusting him ever since, and he has been faithful.
Come on now. Come on. Won't he do it? Won't he will? Michelle, same question. What was that defining moment for you? What was that moment when the light bulb just clicked on and you were like, you know what? I'm gonna do a new thing. What was that moment for you?
Oh, I'm like Anita. There were many, but I'm gonna go with as of recent. Last year, I had to make a decision. I wasn't sleeping at night. I'm sitting there having to pop melatonins, laying next to somebody who does not care and has showed me that they do not care. And I woke up that very next day. I went out, got me a new place. I took my kids. I left. I didn't take anything in the house from him. I started brand new. I bought everything brand new, and I'm doing good. I promise you, the very first night in my new house, I slept like a baby. And I've been sleeping without melatonin or any other drugs every night with no problem. So I had to eliminate the problem, and I did.
Mic drop, girl.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I see what we're doing. Ronnie, what was that redefining moment for you? What was that moment that the light bulb just came on and you like, you know what? We're doing a new thing. We're not going to do this anymore.
Yes, I love this question, and I even love to talk about it and I love to talk about it now because I used to be ashamed of it. And so for me, it was when I first got married. Now we're talking almost 2 decades ago. And so, clearly, when you go through trauma, there's residue, and, we can put on all kinds of masks to hide it because no one's going to ask you any questions if you appear to be well. Well, I couldn't hide no more because I now had a whole husband. And the defining moment that I can remember is I probably was acting crazy. I'm sure passive aggressive, yelling and acting just a fool. And he said, "What happened to you?" So where I once had no audience to my foolery, I now had an audience, and Craig held me accountable. And he said, "You don't get to talk to me this way. And you don't get to treat me this way." And for the first time in my life, someone seen me. And I was an unhealed me. And he understood better. So for me, that's my defining moment. One of many.
Girl, you gonna make me throw this phone. I knew this was gonna be a loaded. Lord, come on, we gotta even make it through the rest of this interview. Now, Kimberly, you the igniter. I saved you for last. What was that defining moment for you? What was that aha moment? That moment that just when the light bulb just clicked and you were like, you know what? We're gonna do a new thing today. What was that for you?
You know what? For me, it is a series of whispers. Are we listening? And the whisper that I'm going to share is this. My grandfather, prior to COVID, my grandfather and I, we had a wonderful relationship. He passed, although he invited me he chose me to carry him through that process. I had never been through that process. So while he was well, as I walked in the room and I was his granddaughter 1 minute, it was an experience where it was only a couple minutes and then he was traveling on his journey.
Mm.
And it was during that period of time, my cousin and I had decided that we were going to have some self-care. So we went for a pedicure. She's a pastor's wife. And I found myself having a conversation because they had just moved to New York and I was very excited for her. So I asked her, what was their mission? What were they going to be doing? Were they going to be serving the homeless? Were they going to be working on sex trafficking? What was their calling?
Mm.
She turned around, looked at me, and she said, why are you asking me this? What are you doing? What is your calling? And it was in that moment that I gathered my composure and I said, looked up to God and I said, what are you trying to tell me? And he said, why are you asking her when I have planted the seed inside of you?
Whoa. Girl. You see why we call her the igniter. I mean, come on, Kimberly. She is, come on now. Okay, gloves off, ladies. Let's Dr. Kevin Vaughan, before I get ready for this next series of questions, I wanted to see, did you have any tidbits that you wanted to add?
Well, I just wanted to make a comment because the network is listening, guys. If you are listening right now, this is the best programming right now, folks. This is She Said Yes to Herself, the anthology, in collaboration. I love saying that, in collaboration with the Men Let's Talk Network. I'm excited. I'm going to give you guys a stock tip. Y'all better buy some stock in tissue paper, paper towels, and all the things that help your nose, whatever that is. You better buy some stock because I tell you, boy, this is a time to buy it because you know why, folks. Everybody probably out there is crying right now, wanting to be on the program. So thank you so much for all those listening. Chanelle, this is a powerful time in history. Woo, I love it.
It truly is. And I felt that it was important to really dive back into the authors.
Yeah.
Because so many times you look at people and you see a pretty picture and a smile and some art, just beautifully artistically crafted words. And you think, well, this person could never understand where I'm at. This person could never have, they never walked in my shoes. They don't understand where I've been. They don't understand how I feel. And so I really wanted to pull back another layer so that they can really see and understand what is comprised of She Said Yes to Herself, unapologetically anthology, that you have women with real life stories who are working real life situations just like you. They are just like you and I. We're no different. And that you can really have an opportunity to really connect and find relationship with these women. So again, that's where our questions are going. Now, ladies, when we start talking about our submissions, I want you guys to just give a little whiff, not the whole thing. Tell a little bit of something. And when I say secret sauce, like if I pulled out some tomatoes and I got some, some onions and some green peppers and some garlic and I got some basil and some oregano and I start cutting up some stuff and making some house seasoning. And you're like, Chanelle, what you doing, girl? I'm getting ready to make some spaghetti sauce. I'm making some spaghetti. You like, okay, what ingredients does she have? Oh, yep, she know what she's doing. Okay, I didn't see that coming, right? But we're not going to give them everything. Right? We can't give them the whole kit and caboodle. Just enough for them to, okay, yep, they working with, I see what they got right there. So give me just a little whiff of what your submission is about, because we want these readers to be able to connect and know, you know what, I need this story. So Michelle, we're going to start with you. Just give a little hint of what your story is about.
I'll give a little bit. So from struggle to purpose. I got that when I sat down to, kind of sit and process what is it that I can help or to shed light on. And of course, a little bit of my story. So just one of the topics I'm going to touch on with that is I needed my peace. And
Girl.
that is important to me.
Y'all, okay. I gotta get ready for this because I can see right now what we finna do. Okay, all right. Anita, let's go to you. Don't give us the whole thing, just a little whiff of what's going on with your submission.
So God gave me how to embrace your new place. And basically what that is talking about is, as women, as people, we go through many transitions in life, right? I was in the military as a single parent, my military to civilian life, just I mean, that was a transition. I was single parent to married parent, then divorced parent, another dramatic transition. So just talking about how to get through those transitions, to be able to embrace your new place in God, allowing him to shine through you, allowing yourself to love yourself first. You can forgive yourself and others that may have hurt you. Okay. Yes. So just learning those things and just embracing who you are in this new journey, perhaps, that you may be in. So I'm excited and I can't wait to just see how this will change people's lives, how it changed mine.
Girl, y'all coming deep, y'all coming straight off the hip. I'm loving it. Okay, Kimberly, I'm gonna come to you. I'm gonna just go ahead and dive in. Kimberly, don't give them the whole thing. Don't take it, but just a little whiff of what's going on in your submission.
We are here for a reason. We walk around this earth almost as if we don't have a map, right? We don't have a map. But when we understand and embrace why we're here, that little seed that was planted inside of you, then we begin to understand what our life's work is all about. We are one body, many members. So we are not doing this alone. We are meant to be in relationship with others. Why? Because their reflection is teaching us something about what is going on inside of us. It is divine. It is divine. It is divine.
I'm gonna walk away from this phone. That's just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk away. It's okay. Let me try to get my composure. Ronnie, don't tell us everything, but just hit them just with a little bit of the aroma that, you know what, sis is cooking with something right here. I gotta find out what's going on with this story. Just a whiff.
Oh my. I would say my secret sauce to my submission is slay the imposter.
Girl, hold on, just
Oh man, that was powerful. Just
slay the imposter. I mean, come on now.
Cut it off. Just cut the head off.
She showed a little bit of leg and snatched it right back. That's what I'm talking. Come on now. Now, Laquita, Miss Publisher, it's for you. It's all about the story. Now, don't tell them the story though. Just a little whiff, just a little scent, so they can pick it up. Yes, she's cooking with something, and let us know what that is.
I can remember stories, those things my mama said. She told me fairy tales before I went to bed. She spoke of a happy ending, then tucked me in real tight. She turned my nightlight off and kissed my face goodnight. Why not me? I'm the perfect person to go through this story. My pain, my progress, is victory.
I'm done with this interview. I'm done. I am done. Dr. Kevin Vaughan, I don't have anything to say. I need a moment just to mentally reset. Is there something you want to say to
Oh,
these
man.
ladies? Because they are showing up and just
Yes,
showing
they
out.
are.
I ought to walk away from this thing right now. I can't even do anything. What do you have to say to them?
Well, I tell you, Chanelle, this is very, very powerful, very, very insightful, and very, very moving because it's
Yeah.
coming from these individuals who are individuals. But yet, as Kimberly mentioned, we are a family, if you will. We are
Yeah.
one together. But what's exciting is that it doesn't show. It doesn't show on their faces. These women, guys out there, ladies and gentlemen, are so beautiful. But if you just look at them, you say, what? You went through all of that and still looking like
Yes.
looking good, you never know. So I love the fact that they're transparent, but this is exciting, guys. Folks need to get the release. If anything, folks out there need to get the release. They need to get with you, Sister Wesley, later on, and the network there. She said yes to herself and get that release for themselves because that's what they're doing. They're almost ran out the office again. So
I'm telling you,
where
they
am I
are
going?
showing up and showing out.
Oh,
A couple of times I wanted to throw the phone.
incredible.
The last one I was just gonna walk away from. I'm like, they doing it on this thing for real. Let me just walk away from here. But ladies, I want you to be able to talk to a reader because sometimes when a person is hearing about a book, and again, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about She Said Yes to Herself unapologetically. This is the superpower anthology for women. It is the Empower Her guide for women. If you are a woman, you need this book. But sometimes a woman needs to know, this how I need this book. Or you know what, even like Dorian Evans said earlier, if you're a father raising a daughter, if you have women in your life, this will help you to be able to see how to love and how to treat your woman and how to help to instill and guide her. So everybody needs to know, like, if this book is for me, who is this for? So each person had a reader in mind. There was someone who they were like, okay, sis, I want to give you some tips, tools, and strategies. So I'm going to start with Kimberly. Kimberly, who was the reader that you had in mind when you were penning your submission?
I can't necessarily. Oh, are you asking about the target audience for that?
So who were you thinking of when you were penning your submission? You always have a reader in your mind. Who was this reader? Because I want you to help her to identify herself. Like when she's talking, we don't want people like, you talking to me? I don't know if she's talking to me. Hey, you, sis, I'm talking to you right there. So I want you to tell us who that reader was when you were like, okay, I'm writing this to her.
I'm talking to the woman in midlife. I'm talking to the married woman. She could be divorced, but the married woman in midlife that is doing all of the things, who is giving to everyone, except somewhere along the way, she forgot about herself. And she's here for a reason. She's got a seed planted within her, and she's got work to do. And although people have many jobs for her to do, she needs to be listening to one, and that is God. Being obedient to God, knowing that that is her most important work, and that comes first. Nourishing, watering, and planting the seeds. That is the work.
Y'all see why they call her the igniter? She is getting some stuff started already. That's why she's the igniter. Okay, let me focus. Let me reel it back in. Michelle, don't hurt them. Tell me who the reader is. When you were penning yours, you said, okay, sis, this is the person I'm talking to. I have her in mind. I'm going to bring her along this journey. I'm going to give her this tip. I'm going to give her this tool. I'm going to give her this strategy. Why? Because I want to see her walking boldly in her divinely designed purpose. Who was that reader?
The single mother. And she could be married. Single mother. Yeah.
Just sprinkle it all over. Anita, I'm gonna say this, just go light on us, Anita. But there's somebody who you had in mind when you were pinning your subscription and you said, you know what, your submission, you were like, you know what, this person, I want to make sure she gets this. And oh yeah, by the way, she needs to have this. You know, every woman needs this in her toolkit. What was that for you?
You know, when I was going through my 6-year divorce, I felt like I was all alone, no one stood. You know, I didn't have anybody there with me. And so I want, you know, women to know that they're not alone, that someone understands that God is there to give them direction, that He is there to give them the true meaning and purpose and destiny lives, to walk in that purpose, that their true identity is in Him. And once they understand and know that, there is nothing that can stop them from proceeding on and fulfilling their destiny.
Oh, got nothing to say. I'm just dropping mics at this point. We need a mic drop emblem on here so we can just get this done. Ronnie, who is the reader? You were saying when you were penning this submission, you know what, sis, let me show you the way. I got you. I'm going to be your guide. Let me help you get through this avenue, and don't go there. Come this way. You know, walk this line. Who was the reader that you had in mind when you were penning your submission?
Fantastic question. The reader I had in mind was the woman, the man, however you identify sexually. That didn't matter to me. The soul I had in mind when I was pinning my submission was the soul who dreams but doesn't understand, why not me? But I know God's given me these desires, but why aren't they coming to fruition? I had the soul in mind who gets up and puts on their very best, yet it still doesn't feel like it's good enough. I had the soul in mind who questions themselves deeply. They are acutely aware of their complex trauma that they are trying to navigate, yet they don't have the resources to work through it appropriately. I have the soul in mind who all they desire is to be at peace.
I'm walking away. Quita, just go ahead and tell me who you had in mind, because they didn't took it to the left. Look, who did you have in mind, sis, when you were penning your submission?
Wait, y'all know I got a microphone, right? Don't make me go get it and drop it.
I'm just saying, just be ready in case we need it.
The woman who, although she is not dying, she is suffering. And suffering in any aspect of her life, suffering in her finances, suffering in her relationships, suffering in her spirituality, suffering in her with her family. She's suffering, and somebody has told her that she does not have a story and that nobody cares. So when I'm thinking about that woman who has been all her life suffering and does not know that her story is powerful, because if I can suffer through 50 years of chronic pain every single day of my life, then somebody needs to know that they can too. So that's who I want to reach. And I love Ronnie. I love that soul, because everybody has a soul. And I want to reach that person, because there's somebody out there who feels like they can't make it one more day, one more minute, one more second. And I want to let them know that, yes, you can. Yes, you can. No matter what, all you got to do, you don't even have to make it through the next day. Don't try to make it through the next day. See, we try to make it through the next day. I can't make it day by day. Sometimes I have to make it to the next minute. Sometimes I have to make it to the next second. Because if I can get from second 1 to second 2 and second 2 to second 3, before I know it, I'll have 60 seconds. Before I know it, I'll have an hour. Before I know it, I'll have 8 hours. And before I know it, I'm into the next day and I'm praying, thank you, Lord, I made it yesterday and help me make it to the day, because I'm not going to worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow is not promised. So every single day is a gift. And I want that woman to know that you are important, no matter who says you're not. When you believe in yourself, the song says sometimes we have to encourage ourselves. And when we start talking to God instead of talking about God, stop talking to Jesus Christ and stop talking about Jesus Christ, then we will know beyond a shadow of a doubt that we are good enough. We can make it. And although we are suffering, we are not dying. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Quita, I'm just done with you. I'm done. I'm one more time. Just I'm done. I'm totally done. It's you know what, Dr. Kevin Vaughan, we couldn't have taken another day. If we had to do another day with this, I would have probably started taking off these braids or something, because it's they really becoming it's becoming a thing now. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, if you aren't inspired, if you aren't motivated, if you aren't empowered, then you don't have a pulse. When I tell you, these women with these amazing stories are really going to be able to help you develop that game changer, help you realize and access your yes. I mean, I don't know what you're waiting for. Ladies, we're going to go into the hot seat for these last few seconds that we have together. I want you to give me 5 words on why you had to say yes, right? When you heard the call, there was a call that went out. Do you want to come and tell a story? Do you want to join this anthology? Give me 5 words that really recap your yes. I'm going to start with you first, Michelle. 5 words that really resonate why you said yes. 5.
Are my sentences counted as words?
Just 5 words. I'm gonna ask you something else in a minute.
I'm gonna just say it's bigger than me. Is really what resonated with me. It's bigger than me. Someone needs to hear my story. I can't really narrow that into 5 words, but I promise it was just like, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than me when I'm afraid, when I'm fearful, when that anxiety comes. I know I have to do it, and it's just like, it's bigger than me.
Come on, it's bigger than me. Anita, same question.
So the 5 words that came to mind for me were freedom, true identity. I know that's a native word.
I'm gonna take it.
Self-love, fearless, and unstoppable. Come
on, y'all playing with it. Kimberly, 5 words that really just say, this really, immortalizes my yes. This is where my yes came from.
Love, strength, peace, resilience, and generosity.
Come through. Ronnie.
Yes, 5 words: hope, authenticity, transformation, vulnerability, and love.
Come on now, Laquita, don't start preaching. You got 5 words, sis. What is you gonna tell us?
Perseverance.
Yes.
Love, Christ. Dignity.
Yes.
Amazement.
I mean, powerful. Dr. K, do you have anything else before I ask them these final questions?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Hey, just want to acknowledge the network out there. Hey, guys, if you're listening, this is powerful, guys. Hey, she said yes to herself, the anthology. We are excited, guys, that you're joining us today. We want you guys to share this out, guys. I want everybody on the planet to share this out on your platform as well. But Chanelle, real quick, if I give it back to you, I wrote down, you asked for 5, I wrote down 6. I wrote down 6 because these women are giving it up, first of all, in the areas that they love. First of all, the ladies here are brilliant. All of them, from day 1 to day 3, they're brilliant. They are geniuses. They're also smart. You can tell they're very smart, right? Very smart. They're also intelligent. They're also full of love. And last but not least, they're full of realness. They're being real today. I hope you guys respect that. Everybody on the planet, I hope you respect that. and you get in touch with She Said Yes to Herself unapologetically through our visionary Chanelle Coleman Wesley. Back to you, sis. Thank you so much.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I want you guys to think about your business and your brand, and who you are. And I want you to give me one tagline that represents both your business or brand and who you are. Take a moment and think about it. It could be your own tagline that you just made up in your head, or you can borrow something from something we know. All right. I'm going to reset it again. We're talking about the She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically Anthology, right, ladies? This is the Empower Her Guide, right, of 2023. You need this in your toolbox. So again, one sentence that categorizes both you and is synonymous with you and your brand. And it's like a tagline. So it could be something that's made up just on your brand's end, or you can borrow from something we know. All right, let's go. Kimberly, I'm gonna come to you because you're usually ready. Let's go, Kimberly. What do you got?
Well, as I mentioned, there's two sides to what I do. I'm a relationship coach, and I also an executive producer and show host of Faith Rising, Feel the Fire. So the tagline for my business is intentional pathways by design, is creating pathways of lasting change. And for my show, it's #Feel the Fire.
Come on, feel the fire. Better feel the fire. Come on, Igniter. That's what I'm talking about. Ronnie, I know you ready. She come ready. I already know this. So give me a tagline that's synonymous both with you and your business or brand. What is it?
Until you forgive yourself, there's no room for nothing else.
You try to make me walk away on taglines. At some point, Ronnie, you girl, let me come down to Michelle. Michelle, act right now. Give me a tagline. It could be yours, or you can borrow it from somebody else's, but something that's just synonymous with both you and your brand, that you want to let everybody know this is what it is about. So go ahead, Michelle. What is it?
Motivating others who motivate me.
Let's go. Let's go. We're just sprinkling it all around. Let's go. Anita, same question, love. What is the tagline that is synonymous with both you and your business or brand?
Yeah, so I need these ladies that's going to be a part of and read our anthology, that they need to review, renew, redo, so they can relaunch their lives and to go ahead and embrace it.
Come on, renew, redo, and relaunch and revive. Come on now. She's the lady. Y'all better respect that. Come on now. Now, Laquita, don't you be trying to take nobody to no mountaintop. I'm going to just say that. Go ahead and say it. Unmute.
No, I'm all about the story. Pay Pro V's Publishing, your guide to publishing made easy, helping you take your story from a thought to a realization.
These ladies are just showing out just because. I'm going to say mine. Nobody asked me, but I'm going to say mine. Mine is McDonald's. Bye, 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 bye. I'm loving it. Okay. Just know that. I'm loving it. All right. That's what I want everybody to know today. These ladies are on fire. That's right. So you all have been tuning in to She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically, the anthology on the Men Let's Talk Network with Dr. Kevin Vaughan. I am so excited. Ladies, before we get ready to wrap up, it's important again for you to tell viewers your name and how they can connect with you. Your name and how they can connect with you. I'm going to start first with Michelle. Michelle, give us your name and the name of your business and how people can connect with you.
I am Michelle Gillespie. I'm also Michelle Gillespie on Facebook. Gillespie is Gillespie. And that's how you connect with me. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. Anita, give us your name and the name of your business and how people can connect with you.
Well, the name of my business is Emerging Venture Enterprises, LLC. And I'm known, as I said before, on social media as Anita N, meaning Newsom, Anita N, the biz coach. And they can find me there at Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Alignable. Look, I'm trying to be on all of them if I can. And you can also email me at info@Anita N, the biz coach, and my website, AnitaNthebizCoach.com. Dropping the mic, I'm out.
Pass it, yes, if the mic is hot. Kimberly, the mic is hot, but you're used to that because you're an igniter. So again, tell people who you are, the name of your business, and how they can connect with you.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Lechnick. I am a relationship coach. You can connect with me. My name of my business is Intentional Pathways by Design. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, or you can reach me at 331-303-2454. I am all over the place, but LinkedIn is my home base.
Girl, just do it, then. Just do it. All right, I'm not mad at you. Okay, Igniter. All right, so Ronnie, it's your go. I know you ready because you coach with Coach Lachelle Atkins, our coach. I'm gonna just say that. I got a shout out my coach. It's Lachelle Atkins. She's an amazing woman. She's a guru. She's my coach. She coaching Laquita. She coaching Ronnie. She coaching there. She's the coach's coach. She's the guru. I'm just saying. So Ronnie, go ahead and let me know and the viewers your name, the name of your business, and how people can connect with you.
Yes. So again, I'm Ronnie Cyrus-Jackson, and my home base as well is on LinkedIn, Ronnie Cyrus Jackson. I'm also on Facebook. I get on there and I dabble. And my business name is Authentic Transformations LLC, where I coach executives on leadership development, so I do leadership development trainings. And then on the side, I also coach individuals who have dealt with trauma and they're trying to unravel some things within.
Come through, sis. I ain't mad at you. I knew you wasn't going to disappoint. Go ahead. Now, Laquita, don't show out. Just don't show out. Just be regular for a minute. Don't be extra. First of all, I love this woman. Put some respect on her name. She is the publisher of She Said Yes to Herself, unapologetically Anthology. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking for your story to get told and exploded, you better talk to my girl. Okay, now I'll calm down. Go ahead, Queen, say what you were gonna say.
All right. I am Laquita Parks, also known as the publisher, CEO and founder of PayProV Publishing. I can be reached. You can check out my website, payprovpublishing.com. I am on all things social media. I am on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Alignable. And listen, if all else fails, Google me.
Exactly.
You see what she said? I told her to come in here and be, you girl, gonna say Google me. And you can Google my girl. And before we get ready to pass the mic back to our amazing host, Dr. Kevin Vaughan, I'm just going to put a call out there. Ladies, we are looking for 10 more stories. That's right. I'm just so inspired by this, and I'm opening this up. I'm looking for 10 more women to be able to join this amazing anthology. So if you have a story that's inspiring, that's going to help someone to transition, that's going to give them a tool, a tip, trick, or strategy, that's going to have them walking in their divinely designed purpose, that's going to have them walking clearly in their yes, something that's going to pour passionately, purposefully, and powerfully into women, then sis, you need to talk to your girl. And you can find Miss Chanelle Coleman Wesley in all things She Said Yes to Herself, www.shesaidyes2herself.com. You can also hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, everything She Said Yes, and any other spaces that I'm at, LinkedIn. But yeah, and you can also find me on Chanelle Coleman Wesley on Facebook and Facebook Messenger. I love Facebook Messenger. I'm gonna just say that. I hang out there. So yeah, Dr. Kevin, we want to thank you again for allowing us to have this amazing space. Ladies, go off your mics, unmute. Let's show the man some
Thank you
appreciation.
so much.
Yes, thank you, Kevin.
It's incredible.
All things. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. What a great time today. Let's give yourselves a round of applause today. Yeah, because we are family, ladies and gentlemen. We are family. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, if you're just joining us, this is She Said Yes to Herself, unapologetically, the anthology part of this. And I want to encourage everybody. In fact, I'm going to put this out here. I want at least 1,000 women to be a part of this here, guys. 1,000 women across the globe. That's easily done because there's 8 billion people and half of them or plus more is all women already. So probably 3/4 of the planet is women probably. But we want at least 1,000 women to contact Sister Wesley about this awesome opportunity, guys, and bring yourself forward. We are so excited about you being with us. Most of all, I want you to share this out. Everybody who gets this in our network and beyond, share it. Just share it, because you never know who is going to hear this thing. All I know is that we are family. Hey, last but not least, guys, I got to do my signature move today. Sister, I know Sister Parks knows already what I'm going to do, and Sister Wesley knows what I'm going to do. But ladies and gentlemen, you got to understand that these ladies and all the other days, their future is so bright. You got to put on the shades. You have to do the shades, man, because you will go blind because of their future is so bright. So we're so excited about you guys being with us today. Hey, any final thoughts, Sister Wesley, before we move on here, sister?
Again, Dr. Kevin Vaughan, we appreciate you. We applaud you. Thank you so much for turning it over to us. And again, ladies, if you have a story that's impactful, that's motivational, that's inspiring, please make sure that you connect with me.
Oh, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Chanelle. What a great time. And Laquita Park, so good to see you. I'm gonna have you crying because I ain't seen you in a minute. Ronnie, good to see you. Kimberly, good to see you. Anita, we know right there, sister. Good to see you. And Chanelle, you are amazing in your own right. And Michelle, you are amazing as well. Thank you so much for your time. And as you know, we are family. Hey, let me leave you with this, guys, on behalf of the entire collaboration. Remember to always outlove, outserve, and outforgive each other. And remember, there's nothing you can't do together because we are one. Hey, we are family, guys. We are family. Y'all, we're going to take you out with a little bit of the sister sledge. We are family. God bless you. Y'all take care, everybody. Y'all wave us out. We're going to wave out. All right. What a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great time, everybody. We'll see you next time on the network. God bless you. Don't forget to share this out, everybody. Bye-bye.